Good morning, my friends. Happy Tuesday, October 28th. How are you all? It's been a hot minute. My apologies that I haven't been on here in forever. Just so much going on. On Friday, I taught a class on tarot out at the Silver Sage Cottage in Tilton, New Hampshire. That was wonderful, and I appreciate everybody who took the time to come on out. Okay, Spirit's messing with the lights right now. It has been a week, y'all. We are definitely taking the time to connect. Spirit is coming through a lot lately. It's going to continue to happen up through the first. Yesterday was Dia de los Muertos for animals. And of course, the first is the Dia de los Muertos for our actual passed on loved ones. And then, of course, we have Samhain in between, which is where the veil between the worlds is really thin. So we have a lot of different things going on. Had my kiddo's birthday this past weekend, their sweet 16, and that was really wonderful. We appreciate everybody who came out. It was beautiful. So it has been a crazy busy weekend. This weekend looks like it could be just as busy. On Samhain or Halloween, October the 31st, I will be at Wilson Castle with the very talented Brandy Wells, psychic medium, offering oracle card readings over dinner along with another reader by the name of Mo. They are absolutely amazing as well. I'm super excited for this opportunity. Wilson Castle is one of those locations that has my heart. It's one of the very few locations that I went in not with any expectations whatsoever. And came to find out I was quite heavily being visited quite a bit. There were rocks being tossed on the window, like, in an old-fashioned, like, 80s movie, like, trying to get my attention. But the room I was in was, like, set super far back, and unless you were, like, a baseball player, there's no way you were going to get those rocks on those windows. I had something fall or sounded like it fell. Nothing fell. I had a client feel like her hand was touched. There were all kinds of things that happened to me while I was there. So I'm super, super excited about returning and being able to make contact with the little ones that hang out in that house. And then I will be at the bank on Marlborough Street in Keene, New Hampshire. I'm sorry, names are escaping me right now, of course. For the Wheelock PTA craft fair, I'll have all of my apothecary items. I'll be reading cards as well. And then I'll also have some crafty items. I'm also getting back into my crochet. I held a crochet class at Chapters Cafe inside of the Toadstool bookstore. We're looking to do that once a month. And I think I'm going to be bringing a bunch of classes I've been talking about all year long finally into my office for the month of November. So make sure you guys are following along and you're paying attention because there's so much to come. Without further ado, today's medicine is coming to you courtesy of the Garden Dragons. I definitely just felt like we needed some oracle cards because oracle cards for me can go a little bit deeper. I love, love, love my tarot, don't get me wrong, but I feel like something about oracle, there's like a heart connection for me. So it's easier for me to really, really dive deep into there and see what is going on. The world is becoming a super scary place. I try to usually stay away from politics. It's not my shtick. Not because I don't care, but because as a Reiki master, I have a tendency to need to help vibrate a bit higher so I can help the entire world and not focus in on one egocentric aspect of the collective of what's going on. So all right, we have Orange Dragon rewards. Y'all, it is time for us to get together. It is time for us to become one love, one people, so we can get the rewards of that, okay? Our neighbors are about to go hungry. Our kids are about to go hungry. A lot of people face food insecurity. A lot of people who are disabled have issues being able to then put food on the table along with their disability and afford rent because of the inflation right now. We have children who are going to suffer those consequences. We have our elderly who can't pay their rent out of their Social Security checks, so they're barely making ends meet, let alone being able to feed themselves. So look out for your neighbor. Be loving. Be kind. Okay, then we have the gratitude dragon. I tell everybody one of the biggest ways you can raise your own vibration is by taking the time in the morning to stop and look around and have an attitude of gratitude for 10 things that surround you. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything super fancy. Thank you for letting me wake up in my nice warm bed. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for this hot cup of coffee. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for my car that gets me back and forth, even if it's not the nicest car in the world. An attitude of gratitude is going to naturally help you raise your own vibration, and it's going to naturally bring the vibrations of everything else and everyone around you out further. Then we have moderation. Y'all, I feel this one in my soul. My kiddo just had their birthday and there was junk food galore. We all need to be moderate, all right? Don't be shoving all that candy into your face. If you see some construction workers sitting outside your house, go bring them the candy. Go bring them the sweet treats. Let them enjoy. They're working really hard. They deserve those treats, right? You don't need to be having all those treats. But this is also understanding to have moderation within yourself. Moderate your emotions. Moderate your mind. Be responsible for yourself. Okay, understand that you can't save the world, but you can change your world personally. Okay, so we have rewards. Taking that time to get out there and do the things so that you can get the reward back. Then we have gratitude. Always having that attitude of gratitude to bring up your own personal vibration. And then moderation. All things in moderation. Don't burn yourself out. Don't push too hard. Regulate your own emotions. Be responsible for yourself. I hope that message helps. And until next time, my friends, so much love. Namaste. Stay safe. Stay positive.